These girls want equal rights, but they completely forget that equal rights is equal responsibility. They think that they can just go out fight a man in the ring and they're gonna get nothing for it. And then they're surprised when they get knocked out. You're looking at a professional karate kid. She's had a dozen or so of fights with girls. But today she's fighting a street kid. Guy who doesn't know much about martial arts. He has some basic fighting skills. But nothing more than that. He's never participated in sports and the girl has a huge advantage, but it's not really in reality. And this is a Thai boxing match. Just look at how the girl wants to win. But as soon as the guy goes into second gear, the fight flips. If she's in the ring with him, then she wants to fight him, which means that his god has to win. And this sparring session ended pretty quickly. The guy just threw a few combinations to the body and head. Girls can be so cocky sometimes. Maybe we should remind them that they're in martial arts. And there's no any favors. Even if you're going to be against a tougher opponent. The girl decided that if she fights a European, she'll have no problems. She wouldn't have any problems. How wrong she was. The guy just took a few good shots to the head and the fight was over. And this girl is really excited about her new gloves. Well, it's time to see how well they're gonna protect her from the blows. But unfortunately the gloves didn't save her on the body. And this chubby ninja didn't bother with the young lady. He just took her head in a vice grip and went for the chokehold. There's a perception that girls are more stamina, and the best way to test that is, of course, in a tatami. But in this case, it's pretty clear it's obvious that the guy's stamina also has no trouble at all. He very easily flips the girl like a wobbler. The man is physically stronger. And even though it's a wrestling match, the girlfriend has no chance. She figures if she's overweight her opponent's weight, she's not gonna have a problem with missing punches. But unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Weight doesn't to protect your head. Look at what's going on this young lady in blue. She's seriously getting into boxing stance and calling out to this guy. Let's finally get into a full-on fight. To the fullest. Why she's doing this is completely incomprehensible. Doesn't she realize the consequences of her actions? Well, boy, I think I'm gonna make it clear to her to explain it to her. And this is a routine sparring session at one of a martial arts club. Notice how much the girl is outsized of her opponent. But that doesn't bother the guy at all. Doesn't have a problem with that. He fights at half strength. He's calmly dodging punches on his feet. And this is a boxing sparring girl. Didn't even bother to button her gloves. And that's very traumatizing. This clasp could go somewhere in the eye. Or it could fly off. Or it could make a gash. But apparently she's not bothered by it at all. Doesn't seem to care. She throws punches at him. And occasionally she gets back at him from time to time. But as soon as she starts to get too active, the guy immediately shows her where she belongs. That she shouldn't to throw a lot of punches or you're gonna get hit back. It won't take long for a long time. And we move on to the next. This time it's sand wrestling. There's no tatami. It's gonna be a little rough. But maybe the girl doesn't expect any falls. Maybe she thinks that she's going to be able to do some kind of takedown and defeat this curly-haired guy. Well, let's go ahead and, let's see, and indeed she does. She's running up to him and she's closing in on him. Tries to catch his legs and, she almost succeeds. But the guy turned out to be a real gentleman not to throw her, and the referee stopped the fight. And this fight better not have started. Korea versus Japan. Look how this Japanese girl is trying to win this fight. But the guy doesn't give up. Throws hard roundhouse kicks. Holds on. At range, not trying too hard to put the punches in. But still, he doesn't want to get in the mud. I mean, when you've got millions of spectators watching you want to win. And this is MMA. You can do almost anything. You can fight with your hands and your feet. You can throw chiseled knees, and of course you can wrestle. But I don't think the girl's not gonna make it. She's got a lot on her plate. At the beginning of the fight, she was missing a lot of punches. Friends, if you liked today's make sure you like it. Give this video a like. Write your valuable comment, subscribe to the channel. And I'm gonna go prepare for you the next interesting videos.